There he is. Smoked it. Not a big one. He got it. That's right. A little grass, a little coon tail. That's what's up right there. That little fish, she was setting up on the outside of that little weed line, and that stopped, jerk, pause, retrieve. I seen him get up underneath it, and something about that hesitation. You know, when that bait, with a prop bait, the big thing, a lot of times, especially when you're targeting a specific little location, is that pause. That's really what triggers the bite. You're attracting them with your prop. That prop, the commotion. When they come to, and that pause, that hesitation before that next retrieve is really what I feel like triggers the majority of the bites, and you've seen that right there. You know, there's a lot of different prop baits on the market, and you'll see this particular prop bait has one prop on it. There's you know, if you look at an X-Trap prop and some others, they have two props on it. And what the difference is, in my opinion, of those, you're not gonna be able necessarily to reel that double prop bait as easy as you are gonna be a single prop bait. And the other thing with it, that's more so for, so the X-Trap props more so for working it slower, keeping it in place, because you have a lot more resistance, you have a little bit more commotion, but it's keeping it in place in one place because you have two props for resistance. This is more of giving you an opportunity to do multiple things. This is the versatile prop bait, and it's more erratic. So when I jerk this prop bait, you only have one prop that's really, you know, holding it and having resistance, and then it's actually darting more because you don't have that front prop that's keeping it in place. It's actually darting and moving around. It's a little bit more erratic. So there's times that I will, you know, pick up that extra prop if I need to, you know, especially in especially in Florida and some of those places. But, you know, for the majority of my prop bait fishing, this little dude right here, you know, a single prop, especially a larger blade on the back of a single prop, seems to do the work. There he is. You see that? Oh yeah, he got that thing right there. Oh. Come here, dude. He got all of it. It's always tough when they get it like that. Good old chunky one. Look at that thing. That's awesome. That fish, when it paused, he turned back around, he got his, and he was trying to get it head first. That's awesome though. That fish absolutely chewed on it. I'm gonna have to get pliers for this one. Let me see here. Some pliers in there. Get one done. Careful. That's a good one right there. Heck yeah. It's always fun to catch them on top water. One of the biggest characteristics of this bait right here is the versatility of it. And when you look at it, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but you know, it's balsa wood, so it's gonna be a little bit lighter, it's gonna be a lot more buoyant. And you see you have one big prop in the back. You know, obviously plopping style baits in the last couple of years have been a huge deal, but the one thing that's difficult with the plopping style bait, the versatility, you're throwing it out there, you're winding it in, and you know, it wants to, when you stop it, you know, it wants to kick back down, and it takes a minute for you to reel that bait up and get that action again. This bait right here being balsa, as soon as I throw that bait out there, you know, it's ready to go. It's ready to go. As soon as I start winding it, it's already kicking up those little props. It's working. And if I decide to wind it, stop, kill it, wind it, stop, kill it, you know, it's always working. And that's something that's really cool about this particular bait. And one other thing that I will do is I'll actually use, if I'm really on that stop and go retrieve where I just want to wind it and kill it, or if I want to wind it the majority of the day, I will actually use fluorocarbon. 17-pound fluorocarbon, and cast it out there, because that'll actually weight that bait down a little bit, the nose down, to where those props actually get more water and disturbance. So that's something that's definitely, if you're trying to utilize this technique and it's one of those calmer days and you want a little bit more disturbance, throwing a little bit of fluorocarbon. Well, you wouldn't think of Topwater, throwing a little fluorocarbon on there will get a little bit more disturbance. You might get a little bit more about that with that prop bait. You know, the one thing that you want to pay attention to is, especially if you're fishing around grass, is if you get a little bit of that grass in between the prop and the bait and that little metal piece right there, that sometimes will, you know, create a little bit more sound, and sometimes you lose that and you don't get as much attraction towards the bait. So like that's one thing that I always try to look at. I always want to make sure that's clear, especially when fishing around a lot of grass, and the bait works a lot better that way. There he is. Good one right there. Ate it. Gosh. There we go. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Heck yeah. That's some good stuff. Definitely wanted that prop bait. Get him unhung real quick here. Got them sticky hooks. Be real careful. And there you go. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about this. Prop bait fishing is definitely something that you definitely want to add to your arsenal, and catches a lot of really nice fish. I'm gonna let this guy go and let him see another day.